Hello everybody, Clone Press Productions here. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different called Custom Spotlight. This is a series where people like to take custom trains and make them into different trains that were never really released as track masters, or just characters that they just really want to make into customs. So, and for this instance, we are going to be talking about my version of Sonic the Steam Engine. Now, this custom was not really that easy to make, and I didn't really think I would be able to make it at the time, but since I was able to get my hands on some paint and stuff, I figured I'd like to make it, and also I want to share about it with you guys. So, we're going to be talking about what's my inspiration, how did I make it, and I'll show you the results at the end. Anyway, let's get back with... let's go to the inspiration. So this is the original design. This is a custom that was made by a YouTuber called Mega Hedgehog X. He made the original one, which is right here on the screen, and I decided to you know what, I want to make one of my own, and that's exactly what I did. But the bad thing is that I didn't really have any good paint at the time, so I couldn't really find any good way to paint the model. Also, the model that he used to make this model train was a Playrail Percy, and I didn't really have any Playrail engines or Tomy engines or Old Trackmaster. I mean, I had this one Old Trackmaster Percy, but he's not really good of a runner. So I was kind of stumped for a little bit. But then I came to the conclusion of thinking, why don't I just use one of my new Trackmaster Percy models? So I looked inside my parts and service box, which I usually use for spare parts of engines, and I found a Percy chassis, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use this. Now, finding the model was easy, but painting the model? Oh, there's a story to that. Now, making the model was a bit tricky. Now, like I said at the start of the video, I didn't really have any good paint at the time, so I couldn't really find a good way to paint this train. I had some spray paint as well, but I didn't have any good colors to, paint the model. I didn't have any blue spray paint. Also, I really hate using spray paints because, they get everywhere. So, I just decided to use some paint pens. I've seen other people use this stuff for their projects, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll use this to make Sonic. So, I take the blue paint pen, and I just keep coating a Percy model with the marker until I thought it looked pretty good. Here's an image right here. I also touched up the sides a little bit because I got a little bit of blue on the side, so I used the red paint pen for the sides, and that's why it kind of looks like that, if you could see it. Once the paint dried overnight, I decided to give him some lining and a number, and it's alright. I also gave him some wheels that work, and I touched up on his face, but there was one thing that I messed up on. One, in the original one, he has white buffers, and he has red wheels with side rods. So after my little screw up, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go find some new wheels and make him better. So about a day later, I was able to find some wheels. I had to take them from a new Trackmaster Diesel and a new Trackmaster Emily in order to make this. I painted them red with the red paint marker, and he was coming together really well. I was also able to find him some side rods and gave him his little smoke box thing on the side. I don't even know if that's a smoke box. Okay, I don't know what the hell the normal Percy has. So at the time, I thought I was done with the model, but by looking back at the original, I completely forgot about the white buffers. So I had to go back and find and try to paint the buffers white. But the problem was that I didn't really have a white paint pen, so I was kind of stumped for a little bit. So I asked my mom for help, and then she found this 8-pack of paint pen markers, which was not Posca, so don't think about that. And there happened to be a white one in there, so I just used that, and I painted his buffers white, and he was pretty much complete. Here are the final results right now. So here we have the final results. I finally touched up on his buffers and I made them white. Also, I gave him a little bit of extra details. I also gave him some cab windows because the original doesn't even have that, so I decided to one-up him on that. I painted the back buffers white as well, and he was pretty much done. I think it turned out way better than expected, honestly. I thought I was going to do like way worse than that, and thank God it didn't, because if it happened like way worse, I would have to restart the whole goddamn thing, and I do not want to do that, like, at all. Now you're probably wondering where my version of Sonic the Steam Engine is right now. He's currently residing on my Superstation, usually where I keep him. Now earlier, I made a community post saying on which engine I should try and make for Custom Spotlight next time, and the majority of you guys said Timothy, which is honestly pretty ironic because I actually have all the ingredients to make Timothy, so making him shouldn't really be that hard. Well, anyways, that's the end of this video, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy Spooky Month, everybody.